Please subscribe to my channel. Help me to get to 1,000. So this person has a bumper sticker on their car, and it says, "Warning, Pokemon Go vehicle. Driver makes frequent stops at Poke Centers." Whoever wrote that bumper sticker knows it's not called a Poke Center, it's called a Poke Stop. So, but I would never have that on there. It's not going to help you if you get a ticket. Try arguing that ticket at court. There's a lot of people getting tested. That little RV is where the nurses' stations are. And there's like tons of people in line. The line wraps around the parking lot. This is a good portion of van life in the city, at least. Sitting in parks and parking lots to some extent. Here's a pro tip. If you're in Alaska or any other place, when you see those types of garbage cans in the park, you see those types of garbage cans? Those are bear cans. So when you go to a park or a public recreation spot or any place with garbage cans like that, you know that it's an area that has seen bears. So just be aware. This is the middle of the city, by the way. I'm in a park in the middle of Anchorage, Alaska. So I'm not like out. You don't have to go that far to be in the woods when you're in Anchorage, which is Alaska's largest city and most populous city. But yeah, wildlife comes to us. We don't have to leave to see bear and moose. In fact, in this very park, quite a few years ago, maybe probably about 20 years ago, in this very park, I was walking through here, and I was chased by a moose. Literally, usually moose don't like attack people or chase them, but this moose had like these parallel claw marks on its side, like it'd been attacked by perhaps a bear. And it was in the winter time, it was icy and snowy, and I was walking along the path that's along the tree line, and beyond that tree line there's a creek. It's shallow most of the time, but sometimes it rises, and the salmon actually come through here. When salmon spawn, they'll come through this creek right in the middle of the city. So sometimes you'll see bears, in the middle of the city. And on the other side of the creek, which you can't really tell, but on the other side of the creek there's houses. And the houses that you see, that's their backyard. The back of the houses are facing. And I literally ran through the creek, which I thought was shallow, and it came past my knees. And I jumped over a fence and went into someone's backyard in order to escape the moose, because he would not stop chasing me. I even went around, I was weaving in and out of trees, the little trees, because the moose can run faster than you, but they're not nimble. So if you go around trees, and they're not very bright either, so if you go around trees, they'll just keep chasing you and they can't do the quick turns. And so usually they give up, right? But this one wasn't giving up. And I ran across the creek, and of course moose can easily go through water. That wasn't a thing. And I jumped over a fence into a backyard of a stranger, and I was glad there was no dog in the backyard. Of course, the moose could easily hop the fence too, but he decided to give up when I went across the creek, thank goodness, because otherwise I'd have been toast. Moose don't generally attack you, but this one had I don't know, something was wrong with him. It was a young moose. It wasn't a mother moose. It wasn't a cow. It could have been a cow. I don't know. I didn't check. I respected the moose's privacy. But the moose was a young moose, and he I don't know. I don't know why he chased me. It's kind of unusual. Usually they don't do that unprovoked, but you have to be careful. They're wild animals, and so that just goes to prove. And that was like one of my first close encounters with wildlife. Obviously I survived, and thankfully I was in good enough shape where I could hop that fence, but I had a lot of help from adrenaline. That was a day. Oh my gosh, memories.